Ooh. What's the matter?
Put a charge up here. Sure. What the heck? You don't even care.
Hello.
Mario,
Yeah.
what's happening here? Five,
What?
5:05. It's supposed to be 5 o'clock.
I don't know. Now we are in Daf 53, right?
Yeah, 53. All right.
Wait, why don't you start giving the share?
Huh?
Why don't you start giving the share? Hi, Harold.
Hello.
We decided you're starting to give the shear, Harold, because Aaron is not here yet.
Ah,
Yeah.
just
Oh.
in time.
Just JIT, JIT.
Yeah. Funny. Hi, Ernie.
Hi,
Hello.
hi,
Ernie, I can't see you.
hello?
Are you there?
I liked your svara yesterday regarding the chiluk between Motzi Yom Kippur and Motzi Pesach, because Motzi Yom Kippur, there's still Tosfos Yontiv as a mitzvah. Motzi Pesach is not. That's very fantastic. Fantastic svara.
But I didn't say that. I said
You
the
said that.
concept of chefts, I said chefts and gavra, that chometz is a chefza that's osir, while by Yom Kippur, it's a chiv on the gavra. Food doesn't become osir. We are not allowed to eat it. So that Chazal can extend. But for something to become osir, chefza, on Pesach, it's osir. Not Pesach, it's not osir. So then Rav Ezrachi said that. We learned a Rav Ezrachi that said the same svara.
Oh, but it's
And the other, the Tosefes, I'm not sure I brought that up. I think somebody else brought that up.
I thought that's what you said also, but I mean, I know you said that, but I thought maybe Yom Kippur is Tosfos Yontif, you can keep it. Motzi Yom Kippur, Motzi Pesach, there's no mitzvah to keep Tosfos Yontif, especially on,
Tosefes Isra Chometz.
but generally for the
Well, there is a concept
Chag
of
itself.
Tosefes Shabbos and Tosefes Yontiv that you should add Kodesh Alachol on both Shabbos and Yontif as well.
Except, what about Shvi Shel Pesach, which is a Suf, even Shvi Shel Pesach?
Yes, why not? Shvi Shel Pesach is a regular Yontif. At the end of Yontif, there's a concept of Tosefes. Tosefes Yontif. Or for us, the 8th day, or for
I
us.
mean, yours the better for, yeah, right.
Well, it was a good shiur. I mean, it was a nice chiluk. Why is chometz different than achil on Yom Kippur? And two amazing things that Rosh Shlomo Zalman says you should change the nusach, the Chag Pesach hazeh, not Chag Matzos hazeh.
Right.
So it shouldn't be a tarti de satri. That's wild, because I've never seen that a rav in a certain generation will change a madreya that Chazal established. So that's very.
So you would say if you bench late on
if you
Pesach,
bench late and you were eating chametz,
you say
and you want to start eating chametz, and you have to
Pesach.
bench, you should say Chag Pesach as not Chag
Yeah.
Matzos.
Yeah,
That's what he said.
good, very good. Yeah.
Okay, Nun Gimel, 53. By the way, tomorrow we're learning at Young Israel of Hancock Park at 5 p.m. And for those who don't come, I'll try to teach it again at 9:30 if we're not too beat from the Navi Shir, but we'll try, because George, Elazar and George, and maybe some other people, whatever. I think we'll get a good crowd at Shul.
Okay.
Okay. Nun Gimel. That if you have a skull or a skeleton from let's say an infant, chas v'sholom, where there's not roiv hakav bones, even though they do not have roiv hakav bones, since it's an intact skull or skeleton, it would also be metame. So, Basar Deshame Rabbi Akiva. It's after he heard the shot from Rabbi Akiva. So he changed his mind regarding that. Toshma. Shamai Oimer. Etzemecha ben Shidra Oimin Golgoylas. Even one bone from a spinal column or a skull will be metame. So, but they will certainly admit that a roiva hakav, they might not agree to one bone, but they would agree to roiva hakav. So shani shamay de machmir tfei. Shammai was a machmir. Can't learn anything from him regarding the Shitas Chachamim in comparison. Okay, then livshut minei. Then let's respond and say, Taima because of Shammai, because he's machmir. Hal Rabbanon ad ikichatzi kavat somis. Maybe needed not a roiva kav, but half a kav from spinal column or skull, and it would not be matame. So no. At dilma adkam like Rabbanon alav the Shammai elabem v'etzem echad. They don't agree that one bone will give you tumah. Roivat somis. I feel Rabbanon might do. Chacham will admit to roiva kav will be matame. Rabbi Eliezer is kenim harishonim miktzos na yoimrim chatzi kavat somes v'chatzi loik dam l'chol u'matame. Originally, the Rishonim learned that a half a kav of bones or a half a lug of blood is metamim in a Torah ba'oil. Roivat somes, a fourth of a kav of bones, or reviz dam lola kol, that those are not metamim ba'oil, but umiktsasa, the third shita, af roivat somes reviz dam lakol. So that it was a three-way machlokes. Bezdin shalach remar, but a later Bezdin said, chatzi kavat somes, half a kav of bone v'chatzi log dam, is always metamim lakol. Roivat somes reviz dam are metamim ba'oil only litrumas for kodshim. That they will not be able to eat trum and kodshim. But things that are deraisa, for example, a nazir to take a haircut, they would not take a haircut for that kind of tumah, or it would not prevent them from oisa pesach. He would be able to do the korban pesach because the chachamim can be machmir where there's not an isser kores. Period. Michte. Ein achra shlishis machra. A third shita that's in the middle of two opposing shitos is not considered a hachra. This was not just a statement of a rav giving halacha. So it's not a hachra chadasha, it's a nevuah. Period. On these things we learn in the Mishnah, the Nazir takes a haircut, and on other things he doesn't. Now, they were trying to exclude a bone the size of a barley. In. If you touch it or carry it, it's matame. But the Nazir does not take a haircut if he's in a room alone with a bone the size of a barley. To tell you that a stone that covers a place where there's tumas ames, where there's tumas oil, the Nazir would not be megalech on such a type of tumah. The chatzi kavat somois in will make him take a haircut. Roivat somois low. A quarter of a kav, no. But if there are bones the size of a barley, fine. There's no tumas oil, but there's tumas mago masa, and would make a nazir mikaleach. So why do I need to be given these shiurim? Yes, sir. Yes. I'm teaching right now. Can I call you back when I'm done teaching? Thank you. How about this? They've ground the bones into dust, like flour. So there, if you have a chatzi kav of that bone dust, it will be betama ba'oil, even though there's no etzem kiso oira. Period. Then the Mishnah said, alevrim and a mace, a limb from a mace, alevrim and a chai, as long as, and a limb from a live person, as long as there's basar karoi, as long as it has appropriate amount of flesh. Basar usually means muscle. So what's the din? Imein aleim basar karoi. My. Rav Yochanan Omer, ein anozer megalech aleim. Says, if there isn't enough amount of basar, the nozer doesn't take a haircut. Now what's the machlekes? Rav Yochanan Omer, ein anozer megalech aleim. Daktani bereisha, because in the list of the things that the nozer takes a haircut on, it said al evrim min ameis, al evrim min achai sheyesh lem basar karoi. So we're medayik. Sheyesh lem kazayis basar in, aval ein lem basar lo. So Rabbi Yochanan is being medayik directly from the Mishnah that doesn't have enough basar on it. You don't take a haircut. Rish Lakish Amar megaleach. Why? Because it doesn't list that Shalok Tani B'Seifa in the list of things which we listed that the Nazir does not take a haircut on. The reason why it's not listed, anything you can deduce from a generality in the ratio is not necessarily listed. So if it said in the ratio that it's got to have Basar Karoi, I know that if it doesn't have Basar Karoi, the opposite in. So it doesn't have to be listed. So, but based on this sheet of Rabbi Yochanan, half a kavat somis that's matami is mentioned in the ratio, which implies chatzi kavat somis in roiva atzomas lo, that you got to have at least half a cup. If you only have a quarter of a cup, no. Yet ktani b'seifa that the nazir is not migaleach al rova atzomis. So if Rabbi Yochanan was correct that we're medayik from the Reisha, so it's clear that the Sefer does not depend on the Reisha, and it listed its own things. So you can't be learning the way the Rabbi Yochanan is learning. More says no. Hasam ilav, if the Mishnah had not mentioned, oh, you know what, a Nazir does not take a haircut for Roiva Kav, Hava mina filam agov amaso. So I might have thought that maybe if you touched or carried Roiv HaKav, you wouldn't take a haircut. Lahachi yitzrich lemichnav, Rova atzama shali ilun, she'en nazir megalech. That if a nazir goes into a room to mas oil with that, he would not take a haircut. But touching it or carrying it, it would. It says in the Reisha that a chatzi log dam, a nazir shaves, where the shmami no chatzi log dam in, revi's dam lo. Based on Rav Yochanan's principle that we deduce from a generality in the Reisha, we would understand that. So what? Yet the Chol says Ketani b'Sefer revi's dam that the nazir doesn't take a haircut on, which is against Rav Yochanan. So Hasam, there's a reason why it was mentioned there. Lafuk and Rabbi Kiva, we had to be told a special halacha to make sure we don't pass on Rabbi Kiva. Dam Rabbi Kiva, revi's dam abba mishnei mesim mitam v'oil. Remember, Rabbi Kiva learned that if you have revi's dam, even if it comes from shnei mesim, it's mitam v'oil. Chacham disagreed, so they had to be told in their Mishnah. Weiter. Hi Avrim and Achai. Hi Avrim and Ames. A limb from a dead body that doesn't have enough basar on it. Hechi dami. Give me an example. Idi ispe etzem k'sa'oira. Usually a limb has a bone, and usually the bone is as big as a barley. So my time, the Rav Yochanan, that you don't take a haircut. You take a haircut if you touch etzem k'sa'oira, even if there was no basar on it. Either lespe etzem k'sa'oira, if the bone in the limb was not as big as a barley, then my time at the Reish Lakish, who says that you take a haircut. This limb does not have a bone the size of a barley. But the Torah says that if it's a limb, even though there's no bone in it, you would take a haircut. If you touch anything on the field, a chalal is a corpse, either because the corpse was killed through a cherev, or b'meis, someone who died, or b'etzem adam, a bone, or b'kover, yitma shivas yamim. And we darshan this pasuk. Al pnei hasadeh ze hamayil al pnei hameis. If you put your own body as an oil over the mace, even though you don't touch it, you're already tummy. Bechalal, something was cut off from a person, the evim and achai. V'yesh lo lalos arucha. There's enough flesh that it would heal. Yeah, so that's another din. Then the din of chalal cherev arezu chalal, kichalal. Special din here. A sword that killed a person, the person is an avi avos atuma. The sword becomes the same status as the mace itself, an avi avos atuma. Then obe mace, ze'evra nichlam in a mace, a limb that falls off of a mace, as long as there's flesh on it that it would be able to heal if it was alive. But you notice it doesn't say anything about the limb having a bone. Obe etzem adam ze ravoit summers, quarter cover of bones. Obe covers a kever sosum. A closed kever that doesn't have a poseach tefach above the mace, and it's covering, that kever is also metame. And the Gemara will bring a proof from a Baraisa that everything we said was correct. We'll learn that tomorrow in shul. Okay.